Most people think making more money is about finding the right stock, starting the right business, or working harder than everyone else. That is part of it, but it is not the real driver. The real difference between people who earn $50,000 a year and people who earn $500,000 or $5 million a year is not effort. It is not luck either, it is how they think. There is a shift that happens when someone stops trying to improve their income by 10% and starts thinking about increasing it by 10 times. That shift changes decisions, habits, relationships, and risk tolerance. This is the 10x money mindset. It is not magic, it is not positive thinking, it is a practical way of looking at problems and opportunities that forces you to play a different game. And no, wealthy people are not holding secret meetings to hide it from you. But they do benefit from most people never adopting it. Let's break down what the 10x mindset actually is, how it works, and how you can use it. 1. The 10x question changes everything. Most people ask small questions. How can I get a raise? How can I save a little more this month? How can I cut my expenses? These are 10% questions. They focus on small improvements within your current situation. The 10x mindset asks different questions. How could I earn 10 times what I make now? How could I create value for 10 times more people? How could I build something that pays me even when I am not working? Notice what happens when you ask that. If you earn $60,000 a year, a 10% raise gets you to $66,000, you are still playing the same game. Same job, same structure, slightly better outcome. But if you ask, how could I earn $600,000 a year? Your brain cannot answer with, ask for a raise. It is forced to think differently. You might need a scalable business, you might need ownership. You might need to sell to a global market, you might need to build systems instead of trading time for money. The question alone changes your direction. Most people never ask it seriously. 2. The rich focus on ownership, not income. If you study wealthy people closely, you see a pattern. They own things. They own companies, they own shares, they own intellectual property. They own real estate, and they own systems. Middle-class earners focus on income, salary, hourly pay, overtime. Income is important. But income without ownership is fragile. If you stop working, it stops. The 10x mindset shifts your goal from earning more to owning more. For example, instead of asking, how can I get a higher paying job? You ask, how can I own part of what I help build? Instead of saying, I need a side hustle, you ask, can I create something that works without me being present every hour? Ownership scales, wages usually do not. That is why someone can work fewer hours than you and earn 20 times more. They are not paid for time, they are paid for assets. This does not mean you quit your job tomorrow, it means you start thinking about building or buying assets consistently. Even small ones at first. 3. 10x thinkers eliminate, they do not add. When most people want to earn more, they add more work. More hours, more tasks, more stress. The 10x mindset often does the opposite. It asks, what can I remove? If your goal is to 10x your results, you cannot just do 10 times more tasks. That would break you, there are not enough hours in the day. So you must eliminate low-value activities. For example, if you run a business and 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your clients, why are you spending so much time on the bottom 80%? If your job requires meetings that do not move the needle, why are you attending all of them? If you want to build wealth, why are you spending 3 hours a day scrolling on your phone? The 10x mindset forces you to focus only on what creates outsized results. It is ruthless about time. 4. They think in terms of leverage. Leverage is the quiet engine of wealth. There are 4 main types: labor, capital, code, media. Labor leverage means using other people's time. Capital leverage means using money to make more money. Code leverage means building software that works for you around the clock. Media leverage means creating content that reaches millions without you repeating yourself. The average person uses only their own labor. 8 hours in. 8 hours paid. The 10x thinker asks, how can I use leverage? Can I hire someone to handle repetitive tasks so I can focus on strategy? Can I invest profits instead of spending them? Can I automate part of my service? Can I create a course, book, or channel that brings in leads while I sleep? Leverage multiplies effort. Without it, 10x growth is almost impossible. 5. They play long games. Most people want fast wins. Quick trades, overnight success, viral growth. The wealthy often commit to boring consistency for years. They build relationships carefully, they reinvest profits. They protect their reputation, they compound. Compounding is not exciting at first. If you invest $10,000 and earn 10% per year, the first year gives you $1,000, that feels small. But after many years, growth accelerates, the curve bends upward. The 10x mindset respects compounding. It asks, where will this decision put me in 10 years? That question filters out a lot of short-term temptations. Buying a luxury car to look successful might feel good now. Investing that money into a cash-flowing asset might change your life later. 10x thinkers delay gratification more often than average earners. Not because they are saints, because they are strategic. 6. They redefine risk. Here is something most people misunderstand. The rich are not fearless gamblers, many of them are careful. But they define risk differently. An employee might think starting a business is risky. An entrepreneur might think relying on one paycheck is risky. The 10x mindset asks, what is the real long-term risk? Is it riskier to try building something scalable, or to stay in a job where your income is capped and inflation eats your savings? Is it riskier to invest in learning high-income skills, or to stay average in a competitive market? When you zoom out, playing small can be the bigger risk. This shift changes behavior. You become more willing to bet on yourself, especially when the upside is asymmetric. Asymmetric bets are those where the downside is limited but the upside is large. For example, starting a digital product on weekends might cost you time and a small amount of money. But if it works, the upside could be significant. 10x thinkers look for these situations. 7. They upgrade their identity. Money is rarely just about tactics, it is about identity. If you see yourself as bad with money, you will subconsciously avoid wealth-building behavior. If you see yourself as just an employee, you will avoid thinking like an owner. The 10x mindset starts with a new identity. Instead of saying, I am trying to build wealth, you start thinking, I am someone who builds assets. Instead of saying, I hope this works, you think, I solve valuable problems. This is not fake confidence. It is alignment. Your actions tend to match who you believe you are. If you believe you are capable of operating at a higher level, you start behaving differently. You read different books, you network differently. You negotiate differently. Identity drives standards. Standards drive outcomes. 8. They get paid for value, not effort. In school, effort is rewarded. In the marketplace, value is rewarded. You can work very hard on something no one wants and earn nothing. Or you can solve a painful problem for the right audience and earn a lot. The 10x mindset focuses on value creation. What problems are expensive? What frustrations are common? What outcomes are people willing to pay a premium for? For example, companies pay large sums to increase revenue, reduce costs, improve efficiency, or lower risk. If you can help them do one of those things, your earning potential rises. 10x thinkers study markets. They look for pain points. They do not ask, what job sounds fun? They ask, where is the money flowing, and how can I create real value there? That question alone separates hobby thinking from wealth thinking. 9. They build networks on purpose. Relationships are leverage. One strong connection can change your trajectory faster than years of grinding alone. The 10x mindset treats networking as an investment, not a social event. Instead of collecting business cards, you focus on building trust. You ask how you can help others. You follow up. You stay consistent. Over time, opportunities start to flow through your network. Partnerships, referrals, deals, insights. The average person networks only when they need something. 10x thinkers build relationships before they need them. That difference compounds. 10. They think in systems. If you rely on motivation, you will burn out. If you build systems, you reduce decision fatigue. For money, systems matter. Automatic investing, regular skill upgrades. Clear weekly planning, standard processes in business. A system does not need to be complex, it just needs to be consistent. For example, you might decide that every month, 20% of your income goes into investments automatically. You do not debate it each time, the system handles it. 10x thinkers design their lives so good financial decisions happen by default. They reduce reliance on willpower. Why this feels uncomfortable? If this mindset is so powerful, why does not everyone adopt it? Because it is uncomfortable. Thinking 10x exposes the limits of your current environment. It might reveal that your job has a hard ceiling. It might reveal that your friends discourage ambition. It might reveal that your habits are misaligned with your goals. That can feel threatening. So many people stay in the 10% improvement zone. It is safer, it does not force big changes. The 10x mindset is not about chasing more for the sake of it. It is about thinking bigger, playing smarter, and building assets instead of just collecting paychecks. The moment you start asking better questions, your direction changes. And direction is what shapes your future. Take a minute after this video ends and ask yourself one real question. What would my life look like if I stopped thinking in small upgrades and started thinking in massive moves? And if you want more videos on building wealth, upgrading your mindset, and creating real leverage in your life, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn notifications on so you never miss what's next.